Okay. Yeah, it's recording here. And for Jessica's year ahead, we're going to start with a Mystic Soul. Start with 2 in the middle here. And hopefully we got it. And these ones are big size cards. So some of them are small, some of them big. Let's see. What does Jessica need to know for the year ahead? What's the theme? Okay, whoa. Wow, this is a huge year for you. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, just starting out in the center. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. Divine timing is here. This is huge, Jessica. This is huge, huge, huge. It's like the third combination number of a safe. You do it once, you do it twice, and usually it's like you're waiting, but it's like all you have to do is open the safe door now. It's like you have cracked the code on something. The Knight of Wands is coming through, kicking ass and taking names in this deck. Big time, big time. Charging ahead, huge, huge forward progress. It feels like momentum has already been built up and accruing for you to go forward. Let's see what's going on. Wow. That Wheel of Fortune in the position of you is huge. Huge, huge, huge. This is a pivotal year in a lot of fronts. Okay, let's see what else is going on. Now, this is the same deck, second deck, different colored edges, and then we'll clarify with the first if we need to. Going around. June, July. What's going on here? July. July's big. July's big. Okay. August, September, October. November feels big. November feels big. November. Really interesting. You're going to do things in increments 3 to 4 months. So you are going to have big seasons this year going on. November's big, just coming through. July and November are big. Okay. December. January, February, March, April. April's big too. The energy just feels big. April. Let's do May. And May comes up with 3 just as I pull. This is big. Okay. We're going to go in here. June, 8 of Cups. What you're talking about is leaving a situation behind. Now, hopefully you can see that well enough. But this is June. You're leaving a situation that's unfulfilling behind. Something is missing. All of these cups, they may be full, but they're no longer offering what you want. There's something you're walking away from. This is almost like a miniature of the Hermit. In the minor arcana, this feels very hermity. It's taking your own path. This is what's happening in June. July, we have the Queen of Pentacles, knowing your value, knowing your worth. And oh, look, the Hermit's up. The Hermit's coming up. Yes, you absolutely are walking away from something that doesn't serve, walking towards something that is better for you. Then we have the 5 of Wands and the 3 of Wands. All of this in July. Big month. Okay, so in July, when you have the 5 of Wands and the 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands, you're waiting for something to happen. You're waiting for the ship to come in. You're waiting for something new. The 5 of Wands, there's competition, comparison games, strife. Instead of spreading your energy too thin, you're going to focus up on what it is that is your plan, that you want to move towards, that you want to take time out for self, and you're going to focus on that in July. You know your worth. You know your value. You're going to apply your energy. Your emotional investment will be applied differently. I don't know how to say it any plainer than that, but that's what it feels like. That's coming through really, really strong. In August, you're seeing here, something that you've worked on is second nature to you. It's a card of mastery and apprenticeship. Something getting bigger and bigger, stronger and stronger because it's second nature to you. This is August. September, 2 of Cups. Now this one, they show it in a very kind of romantic energy, but it also can be perfect partnering, perfect business partnering. Sisters from other misters, like your besties that are as close to you as a sister, that kind of kindred spirit energy coming through. I want a clarifier on that. So these are the ones with the blue edge. I'm going to go to the ones with the red edge and see what we get for a clarifier on that for you. Because I want to know. It doesn't feel quite like romance to me. And this one's so depicted this way. But I want to see what we're getting. It feels like equal offering, perfect match. Not offering less than your worth to accommodate someone else, right? Right. King of Pentacles. Ooh, now it could be. It could be romance. You'll know better than I, but this is somebody that's supportive, that's loyal, that knows how to stack the things of worth over and over, knows how to do the business really, really well. It could be romance, or it could be somebody with a strong masculine energy coming in here. And the reason I say that is because, look, it's a balancing of the Queen and King of Pentacles. This is huge for you. When you get that energy and balance for you, then you move forward. Now, what's come out, I'm going to show you back down here. What's come out here in October? When we see this happening, right? Double Knight of Wands. This is the universe giving you the knee on sign. Hello. You say, universe, show me a sign. It's giving you a sign in November. And it's saying, move forward. Know what to rein in and know what to move forward. It's not just charge in for no reason at all. It's pay the hell attention. In November, you be the ruler and the commander of your own energy. It's huge. You'll have learned that. But pay attention to how you want to move. If somebody has a horse that's just charging and taking off and the rider doesn't know what they're doing, they're going to get thrown. If you know what you're doing, then you can make great momentum and great strides to get to where you're going. This is huge for you in October and in November. This is October. This is November. Now, November, let's take a peek at what's going on. Two of Pentacles, learning the balancing thing. You're going to balance masculine and feminine, and you're going to balance your resources. You got the King and Queen on this before. You're balancing those resources. We also have a card of balance here. This is the Magician. This is a bigger card. This is the major card, the big universal lesson of knowing what you have as your gifts and talents and where you want to spend your energy, how you want to move forward. This is huge for you. It's a time to know your own magic, honey. Okay? And then the Nine of Swords. This one, a few messages come up when you get this. It's anxiety, stress, sleepless nights, bad sleep hygiene, bad sleep behavior, worrying, head on the hamster wheel, all that shit. So you might be worried about something. You're just trying to find balance. Remember your own magic on this. You're just trying to find balance. See the 8 around the coins? You see that figure 8 thing? And you see it in the Magician right there? You see it in both of these cards. Now, I want a clarifier on this one too. Just because you have so much momentum, it's like you've got this inspired, ambitious drive, and you're ready to go. I want to see what else is going on because this is a big month. It just feels like the energy is big. November. October, you're kicking ass. November, something is hurrying. Pay attention. This is sidebar. Pay attention when you're driving if you get impatient for the whole damn year. I mean, that's just good advice, but it feels like driving so fast that you're going too fast. Somebody else, you need to be in control of the vehicle that you're driving. Usually you see this guy driving the horse that's really fast, right? The inspiration is fast. Pay attention when you're navigating whatever, whether you're literally in your car or not. Don't navigate too fast. Be aware, alert, open to what you are seeing. Pay attention. Yeah, you are not getting enough sleep here in October, November. This is a duplicate on November. What did I ask for and what did we get? This is what was laid down. This is the blue edged cards. This one is the red edged card. So you can see, if you haven't been in before, same deck, second deck. This is saying, get out of your fucking head. Do not let anxiety get the better of you. Pay attention. Pay attention. Get balanced. Remember your own magic. Get very, very balanced. This kind of thing, this gets to be paranoia. This gets to be too damn much. The Nine of Swords is the rude awakening. You will have an epiphany come if you let yourself rest. The epiphany will come. The aha will wake up in the rude awakening in the middle of the night. So just pay close attention on that. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles in December. The big reward comes here, and this comes through with such ease and such flow. I want to clarify, just because November, it feels like, you know, I tend to think in terms of holidays, American holidays, whatever, but it feels like even the week before the holiday, the end of November is grinding in. So by December, it's kind of restful, and it feels like the first weekish of December, finally reprieve. So just heads up. Okay. Reprieve. Teamwork coming through on this one. Beautiful, beautiful teamwork coming through. This is when you have somebody that's supportive of your gift. The guy usually puts the stained glass window into the church, right? And then you see the monk, and then you see also the money man, and they're paying for the stained glass window. The coming together allows more light in, and it allows more reward. This is coming through for the rest of December. Be very, very aware. The team that you are part of and the things that you want to bring together and how you want to be lifted up, how you want to create together. This is when you're going to be applying to grad school. Yeah, December is going to be beautiful, beautiful energy coming in. Now we go into January, and I'm going to flip this down again so you can see. January, King of Coins here. Now look. We got it on the first natural when we went through. The Queen was here. Then when we clarified in September, we've got the duplicate coming through. So pay attention to these duplicates. This is you being very balanced about your kingdom, very aware of your kingdom. Listen to your loyal friend. It may be that this is romance, but again, I'm getting the sense that this is somebody that knows how to handle business, money, and resources well, a wise advisor, somebody that says, show me your plan and I'll back your play. That kind of thing is coming in January. And you're more clear on it in January than you were earlier on. So that's huge for you. It feels like the support really comes in. That's huge for you. Huge. The earth energy, the grounded and coins and monetary energy and the talent of the coins. Huge for you to remember, okay? All right, February. February is tricky. You got the Four of Cups. This is when you might refuse to see something, but it's important for you to look at. Really important. You need to go within, honor, but don't be the moody, broody. This one is usually shown in the young person is sitting under the tree like this, really close, like, yeah. No, not having it. It's very, very pouty. It's very, very rejection and refusal to see a gift coming in, to see the spiritual gift coming in. This is the emotions when we're talking about the Suit of Cups. And it's a refusal to see something. Let's get a clarifier on that one as well. I just want to see what's going on here. If you share, you get more. There's going to need to be a balance coming up. And again, you are all about the coins in this energy in this year. All about the coins. When you share, you get more. You're not going to be deprived of anything. You need to think of what it is you give. This is about giving and receiving and the universe giving something. You've had support all through here. It's not just going to look like money. This means money. It literally means talents and coins, but it also means resources. So pay attention. Your energetic currency you need to be aware of, and be aware of when you can share and when you need to lend a helping hand and when not, okay? Be very clear on that. All right. And don't reject a gift. If something is offered, if somebody's offering energetic currency, you might need to be a little bit more open on this, okay? In February. March. Holy smokes, March. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. I'm flipping back down. Let me see if I can sort this. There's June, there's May, there's April, there's March. And it feels like March, you're holding on tight to what you have. Really, really protected energy, protected about the coins. Now, this sometimes is called the greedy card, the miser card. And if you combine this with this kind of energy, yet the universe is trying to give you this, and you don't pivot to look and see what's being given to you, you're going to have your head up your ass and you're going to shortchange yourself. So hear me when I say, if the universe is giving you a 6 of coins in February, and in March you've got the 4 and you don't share, it's not going to serve you. Share what you can. It doesn't mean deplete your resources. It means if you get the nudge to share your resources, you better listen to the nudge, because the Wheel of Fortune is always turning. And when we're on top, but eventually we're all on the bottom too. So this is something that you need to be aware. Pay attention. What you give returns threefold. Yeah, I really do believe when you share, you get more. And that's what happens. So this one is saying, protect your resources that you need to protect, but know that you will have enough. And you don't have to be in fear. This is also a card that sometimes is to do with fear and overprotected heart. And you don't have to be doing that either. So that's what's coming through in March. In April, you have the Hierophant, and you also have the Page of Pentacles. Again, so pentacle heavy. It's just crazy in this read. The Hierophant. This is traditional learning, institutional learning, sometimes a job promotion. This is established wisdom, right? It's already been established. It's very external. Like, we all know the rules of the road because we all have the roads already established. The signs are posted. It's there, right? It's established wisdom. And it's how you want to follow this or how you not want to follow this. This is how you go navigating. It could be a job promotion. This is higher learning. This is education. This is when, if the student is ready, the teacher appears. Could be new learning. Could be job promotion. You'll know better than I when the time comes. This is clear into April, so you'll know. Beware of the Hierophant. Beware of traditional wisdom. It doesn't mean you have to believe everything that you said, but if you're applying for grad school and you're going forward to higher education, this could be you seeing what's going on. If you've declared your major and you already know, and then you're going to specialize even more. Like, say somebody goes to a regular school, and then they go to med school, and then they decide what they're going to be a doctor of, that kind of thing. This is acceptance into something. This is the VIP pass. This is, I call it the bouncer at the club, because he's the guy that lets the people backstage to see all the things going on. This is what's going on. This is a deepening of traditional knowledge that gives you a gift as a student to move forward. So if you're going to grad school and this is coming up, you're on the right path. You're moving forward, and it needs to be something that is huge for you. It's to get licensure to be a therapist. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, it's like when traditionally you see this, you see the Pope and you see the two monks, but you also see the building that he's in front of. So you're getting access to the building. It's going to go very well in that. That's what's coming up for that. So that's April, May, March, April, May, and then we're back to June. So May, we got the Two of Wands. Now you're partnering and planning. You're taking your time in what you want to do moving forward. The Seven of Swords. This is the one I call Sneaky Pete and cover your ass. Know what your priority is. Know which of these swords you want to carry. Know what's important to you to select. You will need to be selective at this point as you plan for your very, very happy future coming forward. You're like, need to be selective of what it is that you want to do. So say you go into therapy, you need to know what, just like you go into medicine for something else. If you go in as a therapist, what is it you want to specialize in? Even if you go into like massage therapy or something like that, you need to know if you're going into sports massage or what you're going to be doing, or if you're doing acupressure or acupuncture, or if you're doing myofascial or whatever, that kind of thing. If you're going into psychotherapy, you need to know where you want to work. And it feels like it's getting more and more clear as spring gets further and further along. Now we're into April, May, and you're very, very clear. You've been choosy. You've partnered. You've chosen what it is that really is you want to go forward with. And then here, what makes you happy? What brings the happy atmosphere? Now I want to take one more card for June. So let's see what we got here. Going for June, coming in June of 2026. You left something behind. So whatever it is you left behind now in this June of 25, what are we going to see coming forward for June of 26? You're going to be so happy. In December, you had the Three of Coins, teamwork. In June, you're going to see people lifting a glass, toasting your success, super, super happy about what's going on for you. Success. Well done. Really, really lifting a glass and celebrating self and being with those that celebrate you. It's going to be like, congratulations, you did it, you did it. Time to celebrate. That's what's coming through. Instead of having glasses that are unfulfilling, there's huge fulfillment emotionally and spiritually in the course that you're taking here. That's what I've got. That's complete. That's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous energy for you. That's what I got for you, honey. That is fantastic. It is like you're right where you need to be. You're exactly rightly timed, exactly where you need to be, and it's just moving forward, and it's just going to get better. You needed to hear this so much. I'm so glad it helped. Yeah, it's on my YouTube channel too. If you want to reference it later, just like write today's date down, and this is the Mystic Soul, and I'll upload it later, and you'll see it by tomorrow. It'll be there. But yeah, gorgeous. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. Yeah, it's fantastic. If I was in school and studying something and I got these, I would be like, ha, okay, yeah, because that's the energy. It feels like you're just right where you need to be. All right, let me get some water and we'll do Sandy's year ahead next. So 1 second, we'll get some water and we'll do it for Sandy. Let me just get the water first. Let me find your deck. It's not on my desk right here, and you guys can see all the cards, but I want the deck that I want, and it's not here. When I see it, I'll know it, and it's not. Okay. 1 second. This is called the Steampunk Tarot, and I love this one. So Sandy will be doing the Steampunk Tarot. It's a great one. My husband bought me this one years ago when it first came out, and I loved it. And now I have 3 of this deck, and it's really a great one. So it's called the Steampunk Tarot. Not the Steampunk Fairy, which I also have. No, just the Steampunk. So, and this is what it looks like on the back. So 2 different decks, and we got the smaller deck also. So we're going to use the big one in the middle, the smalls as we go around the circle for desk space, and then we'll keep going. So yay, yay, yay. Okay. So Sandy, are you ready for Sandy? All right. So for Sandy, let's see what's going on. Okay. You're ready. Okay. All right. Steampunk Tarot for Sandy's year ahead. Let's take a peek and see what's going on. What's thematic to Sandy's year? Wow, those went together nicely. Really nicely. Really, really nice. Excellent. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. All right. This is honoring where you've been. This is the 6 of Wands. honoring where you've been, having recognition of surviving something. This is a card of victory. This is when the soldier comes back, but this is victory, victory, victory. Being lifted up, being elevated, victory on something. That's in a position of you. And the challenge or what you're dealing with, you're being asked to pay more attention to, is your ambition. This is the King of Wands, and it's like this throne is empty and you're standing behind it when you should be occupying it. Now, sometimes this is waiting for somebody else to fill the space that we need to fill ourselves. But what it is you need to occupy your own throne, knowing your power, following the inspiration, and allowing yourself to have the moments of ambition. The moments of ambition that are important to move you forward. Okay, let's see what's going on in the little deck. Same deck, second deck in the smalls. We'll see what's going on. And this one is great at business leadership, taking something on really, really big, and also rallying people around, getting them enrolled in whatever it is that you're doing, getting them excited about this particular thing. You've already got the victory. Now it's time to lead strongly. Okay? All right. Okay. June, July, August. Feels really good. September, October, November, December. Hang on, these want to come out. These fell out as a packet, and sometimes it's sloppy shuffling because I'm not the world's best shuffler. Other times it's pay attention. It's pay attention. So we've got December. That feels right. January, yeah. February, yeah. February needs a little more. And then these are March. Okay. Wow. Okay. Your winter to spring is going to be heavily loaded. I haven't even looked down to see what those are, but that's what we've got. April, May, and then back to June. Okay. All right. Let's flip this down, see what we got going on. Holy camole. Okay. Here's in the center. This is back to June. This one was on top, so we're going to realize that there's going to be some negotiating that has to happen. You're learning temperance right now. This is how you learn to alchemize and transmute something. This is what's going on. This is when people have to patiently balance things. We talked about the Strength card, the Magician card, the Two of Coins. They all have that figure 8. This is alchemizing, and this is also one of patience, angelic protection at this time. This is something that you're going to have to prepare yourself for a year ahead, and we'll clarify, but it's the art of negotiation and knowing what it is that you're negotiating with or for. This is the Five of Swords. Sometimes this is learning the lesson of win at any cost, and sometimes it's learned to get off the battlefield. This one is showed with the art of negotiation happening here. So we're going to let that be. Now let's see what we've got for clarifiers coming up. Temperance in June. Balance. Just try to be patient with yourself and with others for the rest of this month in the 2025, in June 2025. Try and be patient with this. You just got out of the hostile work environment. Yeah. Yeah, and that might echo through. The feeling and the energy of negotiating carefully might be echoing through. And it might have, echoing through is the best way I can put it. It might reverberate for a little while. So we're going to go back down. We have July. Now this one is the Knight of Coins. And he's not on the horse here, but you can see he is prepared. This is the steampunk. He is prepared. And the reason the steampunk called me so strongly on you is it's of an era before and how you incorporate now. The lessons that were in Victorian England still ripple through into now in some ways culturally. And this is like if everybody had gone steam instead of differently, but there is something that's reverberating. You need to be able to use it as fuel to move forward and use it to think in a way that's a little bit differently. When you have this deck that's calling for you, this is what's coming. This knight goes the slowest. He's got like the old school Clydesdales that we'd see on the Budweiser commercials. That's his horse. It's like big, beefy, burly workhorse. He doesn't go fast. He goes slow. He's methodical. And he takes 3 canteens to cross the desert. And in July, it's like you're ready to set out on your own. You are prepared. This is what's happening. Anything else in July? It feels like there's something else that wants to come through. Okay, let's see what we got. In your head. 9 of Wands. Okay. These two are allowed. When you're lost in your head a little bit overly much, it's tricky to get going and do what you need to do. You've got the Knight here of Coins, the slowest knight. The Knight of Wands that wants to go the very, very fastest. So your patience is going to be friggin' tested. over and over. This is why you're learning to balance. This month, be patient with yourself. Allow yourself to be patient with yourself for the rest of the year. You don't have to get there first. It's not about who gets there fastest, who gets the most, who gets it. This push doesn't need to be there. Smooth needs to be there. So this one is prepared to go, and this was anxious to go. Very anxious to go, wants to go. Let's see what's going on. This is July. So July, your patience will likely be tested. Big. August, 9 of Cups. Look at this. Offering for everything. This is the hosting the party, the woman that's the bartender. Usually you see the smug merchant. He's got his hands folded and the whole banquet table behind him with all the cups ready to offer. This is the wish card. In August, it gets so much better. So much better in August. Let's see what else is going on in August for you. Oh! Well. It feels like in August you have figured out how to seat yourself in the throne a little bit. You figured out it's okay to honor your ambition going forward. It feels like whatever this business energy is that feels like, I can't quite wrangle it yet. All right, roll up your sleeves. It's time to strap in and get ready to go, because this one was prepared and did some work and really is going slow. But the ambition and the spark that's here, you're ready for it in August, and it feels end August, wait. Okay, all right. Sometimes my guides give me a heads up. One of them is named Mo. And she always is using what looks like manila, or what are they called? Post-it notes. The yellow Post-it notes that we see. And she's writing 24, 24, 24, 24. I don't know what that's about. You'll know better than I. But I'm getting 24, August 24, August 24. I don't know what that's about. So just so you know, that's a date that very distinctly be aware. And if I'm off by a day or two, you'll know your life better than I do. But that's what I'm getting. And if I'm getting it, I don't care. I could be wrong based on the energy in the cards and based on Mo coming through so strong. She's retracing the 2 and the 4 really strongly. So that's what I'm getting. Don't know what that's about. You'll know better than I. But it feels like August 24th is when this happens. When you seat your butt in the throne and you're really ready to take something ambitious leadership and inspire others, not just follow your own inspiration, but inspire others. Huge. Krista says, hi, Mo. Okay, we'll go to September. We see September. Woo! September. You got the golden ticket, the 10 of Pentacles. This is like you have legacy. You know what it is you want to do to leave your mark in the world. You know what your gift is. Typically, we see the generations. We see the grandpa with the kid and the dog and the couple in the foreground. We see this. In this deck, it's like you're getting the golden ticket. This is legacy and breakthrough. How do you want to leave your mark? What do you want to build? How do you want to build it? This is huge for you. And then judgment. To thine own self be true. This is answering the higher call. Answering the call of the angels that is on you. Knowing you are ready to do this. In the older deck in Pamela Coleman Smith, it's shown as the resurrection card. It's when you're called up. Then it shows everybody rising from the grave. Very, very Christian type of art in there. But what it means is answering the call of your higher self and being true to yourself, moving forward. You cannot deny yourself the truth of who you are and moving forward. Whole, restored, ready to go, ready to leave your mark. This is September. October, we're getting the Chariot. The momentum is coming, and the Star. Hopes and dreams coming forward. No wonder you needed to know what it was in August. No wonder you need to accept the mantle of leadership. Okay, you're getting a little bit of a sermon here. You need to accept the mantle of leadership. Sometimes there are things that we are asked to do. And every time that I've taught in life, I've been asked to teach this or teach that. And it's been like, I've been very reluctant because that's not my profession at all. But when you are asked to do it, and if you shut it down, it's not going to do good. If you're asked to do it, even if you're a little reluctant or a little shy, I still get nervous before I come on TikTok. And I've been doing this for a long time, but I still get nervous and shy. Do it anyway, all right? It will help you go towards your hopes and dreams. It will help you get this engine started. The balance of the light and dark is here. It's usually the light and dark horses. It's a spiritual truth. And overcoming the shyness to move forward is something that you're going to get to do. And this helps you move towards your true north. You're very shy. Of course. No, overcome it. Trust that you've got the ability to do it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It has to be authentically you. It has to be inspired by you. And you do it flawed, do it whatever it looks like, as long as you bring what you can bring forward. and show up for yourself. It's going to be perfect. It's going to be okay. Not perfect by everybody else's standard. Just as long as you are achieving what it is that is your true north and true to self, you're going to go forward. You just got chills from that. Yeah, it's huge for you. That's October. There's a lot happening that's a recalibration, so to speak, in fall. And then in spring, it comes in, boom, 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 boom. So let's look at this. We've got November, Page of Swords. Now this one is brilliant. This Page of Swords, you can see the hot air balloon. You see the sword of truth that she's got. Usually the Page of Swords is one that sees and witnesses things, but sometimes doesn't communicate clearly. Or sometimes you'll be around the snipe and gripe crew, the gossip crew, or just maybe you're a little bit so excited and blunt. The Page of Swords always wants to have the horse in the traditional deck. And they've witnessed, they've seen, they've observed, but they blah, 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 blah. So be aware of the words you choose in November. Be aware of how you express things in November. It may be to do with work. It may be to do with family. Let's take a look because I want to know. It feels like it's to do with family. It feels like it's very to do with family. Hierophant. Beware of how you teach. Be aware of how you teach. You're going to be a gentle teacher. This is the Hierophant coming up. This is the one that literally means teacher. So be aware of the students that you're teaching. You're passing some keys of established wisdom on in a way that only you can. And this is something that is divinely inspired for you to do. Be aware of the power of your words at this time. This doesn't usually come through that strongly on this card for me, but it's coming through very strongly. The wisdom you have, this is you in the center. This is you passing on to the students. And you're going to be teaching something through your words. Be mindful of what you want to speak. And don't doubt that you're speaking truth. You know you are. So this is what you're bringing forward in November. In December, now December came through, wabamo, heavy, heavy. So what we've got is the Magician, the ability to do something with the anxiety. Now the anxiety we saw up here, remember? You can see. We saw this in July when you had the Knight of Coins and the Knight of Wands wanting to go forward. The being in your head too much. Get out of your head. You have the skill set already to do something. You have all of the elements you need. The Magician knows how to do the trick. The Magician knows how to manifest, how to bring forth energy, how to focus on something and create the energy that needs to be created to do something, to get the magic activated. Get out of your head. Don't be logic, logic, logic. Let your spiritual side lead you more. It will be important. Know what is priority. This is, don't spend time where you're getting ripped off. This is Sneaky Pete the Thief, but it's also cover your ass. If you're involved in something that it feels like battlefield, 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 get off the damn battlefield. This is the one that we had that was a reference to that, where you were talking about old workspace, old work job, that kind of thing. Old energy needs to be left behind. Be patient, be patient. Be patient with yourself. There might be echoes of something just due to holiday time or the closing the books on the year that you reference, and it's time to move forward, move forward. The other one that came up in December is this one. And this one, that sometimes you feel like poor little match girl. It means lack or poverty or out in the cold. It's different this year in December for you. This is a weird combination to see in December. No matter how you put these around, it's different. So I want to look and clarify the December energy for you. Let's look and see. Because the Magician is the strongest one there. But you might be doing an evaluation of yourself and be a little overly hard on yourself when you don't need to be, sweetie. You really don't need to be. The Magician is the strongest card there. See, what else does she need to know for December? Just keep it in mind. It'll come back. You'll remember. But for December of 25, what does she need to know? It's right there. It's right. This is the world. This is beautiful. This is you have completed something. Now, in tarot, we have death card, like death and taxes, inevitable ending, big dramatic change. You can't get around it. Metamorphosis, all of that kind of stuff in the death card, right? Death and rebirth. The world card is like a completion and advancement. It's like graduating high school and then going into college, that kind of thing. This cycle has been completed. It's balanced. You are dancing through to something new. This is beautiful, beautiful energy for you. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy for you. Huge, huge. This is the world. You are ready to complete and move forward. Now, the Magician's there. And when you go in tarot, you go from here right to the Fool. And immediately after the Fool is the Magician. So this is coming through gorgeously. So when you do your year review, you're looking back at what has happened. Look back with grace. Look back with pride. Look back with, you've done really, really well. And you do not need to be so hard on yourself. No, 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 no. Let that go. You've done so well. Sometimes we set huge expectations for ourselves that are damn near impossible to meet. You've done so well already. We're almost halfway through the year. You're doing super well, even if it is testing your patience. You're doing beautifully. Okay, to January. January is the King of Swords. Now, this one is coming through really strong, really clear. This one is wise. He is strategic. He is clear-minded, clear thinking. When you're talking swords, you're talking thoughts, knowings, logic, sometimes legals, that kind of thing, and documents. Why are we getting documents so strongly? This is interesting. Why are we getting documents so strongly for her in January? Pay attention. Sometimes this is journal. Sometimes this is read the fine print. And with this 5 coming up in June, if you're thinking, like if somebody were thinking of moving house in January, pay attention to all the fine print details, all of that. If it's legal and it's in the courts or it's an inheritance, pay attention to the fine print. So why are we getting this? What does she need to know in January? Pay attention to the documents, the paperwork. This one's going back to the library, to the shelves of knowledge that he's already gained. Okay, all right. So this is what we're seeing. The first one down was this one. It's the 7 of Wands, defending boundaries. The shelves of knowledge already gained. This is about, you might be referencing, even if it's not legal, external of yourself, it can be that you've already journaled or documented on something. Really, really already documented something. So this is huge. And then Sun card, happiest card in the deck. When was the happiest card in the deck? And what do you need to look at? This card's coming through. When was that here? It was in September. Remember this? You're seeing it. You're seeing the duplicate right here. This is the Judgment card. To thine own self be true, followed by the 10. This is legacy. How do you want to leave your legacy and how well you've done? This is what needs looked at. It will be something that if you start journaling now, it will be in your journal, and you'll need to look back towards roughly beginning of September is what I would look back to. This is what's coming through strongly on this. I tell you what I get. This is what it comes through. Very, very intuitively, this comes through as document you've written to yourself. Now, there are some journals that I've had that have been in my past when I've gone through really painful periods of life, like in my early 20s, it was very tricky that I've gone through. One of them I burned. It's like I never needed to see it again. And it might be something that you've gone through that you can get a lesson from, or you need to let it go. You'll know. But this is the shelves of your own writing that's coming through here. This is big. I don't know what it's about, but that's what's coming through. Right, into February we go. February. We've got the 5 of Wands. Now, the 5 of Wands is when there's the snipe and gripe crew, the gossip crew. Everybody's got their own agenda. Nobody's paying attention. Sometimes it's 4 guys that are battling each other and not paying attention to what they're even hitting. It's mock battle. It's pretending. It's everybody having their own thing, but nobody's really focused together to achieve something. And this is sometimes snipe and gripe crew, mean girls, comparison, competition, all of that. I like to think of this, and I think in my cards when I did the feisty cards, it's like somebody that's thinking they're hitting a piñata, but they're actually hitting a beehive. It's that kind of energy that can happen. So if you've got this energy around you, get out of it, step away from it. Don't compete and compare. No, just be true to yourself. That's the lesson that you got reminded of. That's the lesson of September that you got reminded of. You're not in competition with anyone. Be clear about what it is you want to move forward with. Your perspective, you'll need to slow down, re-examine. You're making a willing sacrifice here. The Hanged Man, the willing sacrifice. You do this to get enlightenment. Now, in January, the Sun card came in. Huge amount of enlightenment. Huge amount of knowledge, light, and abundance on something. And then Queen of Cups. Now, this one came up in February for you. This is looking on the love lost and then moving forward towards your dream anyway. And this one is really strongly set. She's standing. She's lifting a glass. This is a you've come a long way, baby. And this is impressive. You've got this celebration of your victory here, challenged by the ambition going through the year. And you will know in February, it's time to toast yourself. You've come a long, long way and done so well. That's what's happening in February. Let's look down again at March. I'm going to flip this down so you can see the cards are kind of, well, I'm flipping it down. We're over here now in the read. So I'm going to put that right there. We're in March. March here. There's travel coming up with the 6 of Swords. This is leaving the rough waters for smooth. We saw Page of Swords had observed something, needed to travel. We see it echoed again here with this 6. The 6, leaving the rough waters for smooth, going towards your own peace. Protecting it hugely is coming up in March. Yeah, February, March. I've got so many cards going on. We've got this. Why is this blurring? It's almost like they want to be jumbled and shuffled. And I know this is June. We've got April, May, and back to June. This is March. This feels like March and April are colliding into each other. It might be mid-March that you're starting something and it goes all the way through to the end of April. Because here you have the Ace of Wands, the inspired new project, the thing that you want to do. It's huge, huge for you. You leave the rough waters for smooth in March and it feels like end of March crashing into April. This is what you're grabbing hold of. This is inspired, new productive, new business, new family, new something that you're taking on. Very, very productive, time to go with it energy. Yeah, this is new projects coming forward. Huge, huge. Be aware. We've got these two together. This is the most phallic card in the deck, right? It's the card of swing. It's got the Empress with it too. Be aware. I cannot get that pair without the caution. If this is the time you want to conceive, folks, if you see these cards, be aware it's a good time to conceive. If it's not the time, you know how to do, what to do, take care. Be aware of your choices on this. This is a new project and you are very, very fertile. This is the Empress, the most productive. New project, baby on the way. Now, at my age, these cards aren't going to be literally a baby on the way, but it might be new project that I'm doing. This is what's coming through. Huge, huge, huge. Whatever this is you want to tackle that's new. March into April, it's big. It is like you are receptive, fertile myrtle about this project, ready to go, hugely so. And the Empress rules the realm. She knows her value, knows her worth, rules the realm. Okay. That's March, April, May. Knight of Swords, Two of Cups. Ooh. Knight of Swords, the truth that you know going forward, carrying it with integrity, honoring it. If you need to do battle, you'll do battle, but you're standing in your truth. Powerfully so. Very powerfully so. Standing in your truth. And then this one, Two of Cups. You're having a perfect combination, a perfect partnering. This is kindred spirits and coming together in such a good way. The echo of this difficulty, what you're walking away from and renegotiating for 2025 all the way through to 2026, that Five of Swords energy. It's like perfect in May next year. You will have things come together with ease. Now let's see what else is going on as we go from May to June of 2026. How does this complete for you? Love it. The Chariot comes through. The Chariot comes through when you want to move forward. This is what you were seeing in October with the Star. When you see the repeats, pay extra close attention. This is what's coming up. This is when your ambition is harnessed, balanced, and you gain momentum. And you're moving towards what? Your own dream, your own true north. This is what it's all about for you. You get to occupy this throne. You get to be the one that has the victory of knowing where you've been and going and redirecting and pivoting more. This is something you're taking on. It's going to be busy, busy, busy. And it feels like it's just going to be accelerating, accelerating. When you get to December, be gentle yourself. Be very gentle. You will have completed something. When you get the spring and into summer energy, it's going to be productive, productive, productive. You'll know something. Things are ready to grow. And the receptivity is huge to grow. The perfect partnering energy, the perfect coming together is coming together on that. Huge and beautiful for you. That's complete and it's gorgeous. No wonder it's asking for balance because you're right on the cusp of momentum. That's what I've got and that's complete. Holy smokes. That was incredible. I love that for you. But that's what I got. And this is the Steampunk Tarot that we use, Sandy. And it's a gorgeous, gorgeous one. You love this so much. Thank you. You feel so motivated. Good, good, good. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes things look a little bit different than when we expect in life and we think, I screwed up or I got it wrong. No, you did not. You did not get it wrong. You're doing just fine. All right, I'm going to get some water. And then, Kim, if you let me know if anyone's on the list or where we're at. I know I get a little long-winded, guys. Sorry about that. But I do get nosy, and if there needs to be more, there needs to be more. I'm not going to get in the way of it. What needs to come through, needs to come through. Hey there, Lavender. Hey, hey. Rachel, I don't know which we read paid on Cash App. Let me look and see if we're seeing it. Blind reading. Okay, that's an oracle reading, and you don't ask a question on that. And we'll go into the blind cards. Let me get another swig of water, and then I'll look through the oracles, and we'll see what we got, okay? All right. Wow. Okay, hang on. Okay. All right. So Rachel, what we've got for you is the Alice cards, and she does the Big Eye Girl. She does the Beautiful Creatures Tarot. I think that's what it is. The Cosmic Dancer and the El Key or El Qui deck. So we're going to look at these for you. And I'm going to flip this so you can see what's going on for Rachel for the blind. So let's see what's going on. These are the three that I got pulled to, so this is what we're going to do. And these are big to shuffle. They're big in the hands. Sometimes I like the smaller size decks just because it's easier for my hands to manage the shuffle. For Rachel, what do you need to know? Okay, so I'm getting a reference already that it's, there's a deck called the Healing Lantern deck, and I'm just telling you about it. It's a beautiful, beautiful deck. I didn't pull it for you. It feels like you've recently been working on healing something quite a bit, and I'm getting a nod to that, and that deck is one that I like to journal with, and it's very, very healing energy. But I'm getting a nod to that healing process that's going on, just an acknowledgement of that that's coming through for that. So that's what I've got on that. Okay, the Lost. Yes. Yes. Sometimes I'm getting the Lost Girl energy, and there's a deck that's kind of the Lost Girl, and sometimes in the Alice deck there's a little bit of this energy too. There is a healing. Before we can go into this blind, and this is what's coming through, if there's feelings of Lost Girl, feelings of abandonment, those kinds of wounds that are going on that are needing to heal, it's like you're starting to heal them really, really deeply, like you've healed them a little bit here, a little bit here, but there's a deeper healing. It's like yes, that's, yes. On my elbow here, when I was a little kid, I would ride my trike really fast. I'd ride my little tricycle super fast, fall off my trike, bump my elbow, and get a scab. And I'd pick at the scab because it drove me crazy. And then it would bleed again. And then I'd ride my trike and lather, rinse, repeat. And it feels like the healing took a longer time because I would be picking at the scab. And probably, I don't know how many times, maybe I needed to do it 3 times. Who knows? Maybe I was a little slow on that one. But it finally, I remember, and I was really young, and I remember the scab, and it was almost there. And it's like, I think my mom said, don't fuss with that, Angie. Don't mess with that. And the healing is there, and then the scar is there afterwards, and it makes you stronger because of it. I think it's that elbow. I think that's the one. Anyway, it feels like that's the healing energy. So the Lost Girl or the abandonment issues that we sometimes have as humans, just part of the human experience. It feels like that healing, it's like that third time where you're learning to let it just heal. It's doing well. Okay. All right. Into the cards we can go. We're ready? Yes, we're ready now. Okay. I want to get all the cards laid out here first. So we're going to go like this, and then we'll take a look at what's going on in these. These ones were next. This one, it feels like we've only got one. But let me, no, we've got 3. Okay, then let's see. I pulled 1 and actually pulled 3, and then we've got the elf queen. I'm getting the image of a tree. If I were to do a spread, I always pay attention to the imagery and spread my cards in the shapes that I see. And this is coming through as a tree, and this is coming through as the grounded energy that needs to be here on these sides from the El Qui type of deck. It's not the tarot of the she, it's the El Qui Oracle, and it's QUI. Okay, all right. Okay, let's take a look. In the top of the tree, we have this part that's coming up, and it's manage to be glad, create your own happiness regardless of the condition. This is a celebration of self. Now look at this. This is the cutest little thing. I mean, the card speaks for itself, but it's the cutest little thing. Whatever this is, manage to be happy. There's some echoes of things that you really, really need to see and understand and then move forward from. This is not that you spiritual bypass, but just realize the blessing that's coming in along with the challenge. If the situation stinks, if it's a little bit of that's a stinky situation, that's a big challenge, just manage to understand what the blessing might be in there. Okay, and I'm lifting the video up for later when you want to go back to see this, because it's got some of the cards, but I'm going to show them to you anyway. In the center, so in the tree top, if you have your tree going up like this, and you've got branches coming out, in the center where this is, there's the energy of, I want to be queen, stating your own sovereignty, declaring freedom, and passing a test. This is standing strong for your energy and owning what it is that you want and your desires without having to feel lack or not enough or feel wounded or forgotten. You can just be you, doing your thing, strongly rooted, strongly grounded, and extending and expanding beyond where you've been. Be rooted firmly in what it is that you want to do, healing what it is you want to heal, and move forward. Okay, and then all must have prizes, trying to please everyone. This has to be let go. This has to be let go. This is why this came in upside down to this. You can choose. You can please everybody if you want to try to please everybody, and you can be silly putty woman and pull yourself spread too thin. Or you can say, F that, and have your own sovereignty and be queen and understand your own realm. This is, if you are going to be in the place where you're spread too thin, instead of reaching up and spreading out in the way that honors you, you just get frazzled and feel depleted, and it's no bueno. So be aware, be very aware. These will work at odds with each other. This is something that you are healing as you go. But when one is right side up, the other is upside down, and it feels like this is the balance thing that you're going to be learning. Then the other side of this, uncertainty, choose who you become. You're going to have to be thoughtful because you are still working on healing this. So this is something that you're still healing. It takes time, like the trike analogy. I didn't learn it the first time. It took me a bit. And sometimes the wounds that we carry in life, we think we've healed them. And it can be this way if we're grieving also. Like my mom passed away in 2020, just as COVID was coming on. And sometimes I think I'm done grieving that. And then sometimes I miss her so much. And I know that I can just talk to her. I know that, like, this is my belief. She's shown up here and there, at different times. But that doesn't mean that sometimes I don't miss her. And my sister said, think of her like she's in the next room. It's this unexpected wave of grief, this unexpected need to heal something that you thought you got through. It's going to be okay. Let it heal and just flow with it. Let the uncertainty be there, and then just choose. Are you going to please everyone, or are you going to be the queen and walk in your own royal way? Walk in your own power, in your own strength. This is what's healing. All right. Now the trunk of the tree. So we're going to flip it down so you can see. The trunk of the tree, these cards. And one of these needs to be upside down. So we're going to put this one upside down because that's how they came. So right here. All right. We're going this way. This is called the Cosmic Dancer. This is saying be ecstatic. This is the card that says individuate. This is the card that has the colors of pink and yellow and orange, like a Bahama Mama. It's a drink. It's really, really understand summer sunset energy. Understand this energy of individuating, being yourself. Honor what it is that's creatively you, true to you, very, very true to you. If we're talking chakras, we're going red, orange, yellow, right about here, like the solar chakra, right? So this is what we're honoring. Be ecstatic in how your own growth is. Be proud of how you're coming along. Be really, really self-love, self-love, self-love. Shower it on. This is taking care of yourself. Huge, 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 huge. Manage to be glad, even if you got dealt a shit hand, whatever. Manage to be glad and shower the love on self right now. Then this says sparkle and shine. This is what you are here for. You are here to create joy, to have joy, to inspire others, not to be bogged down by difficult challenges in life. We all have difficult challenges, and it's up to us how to move forward. And sometimes it takes us a while, and there's nothing wrong with that. If it takes a while to get through a particularly difficult set of cards or difficult childhood or whatever it is, don't beat yourself up because it's taking a different route than you plan. No, it's time to shine how well you've done. Honestly assess what it is you want to go forward through. Honestly assess. Nobody's going to come in and do the healing work for us. We each have to do that individually. We can help support each other And we can help lift and try to send healing energy. But ultimately, it's up to us. And this is what you're building. And this is coming through as create yeah. This is the good visual of it. Create an energetic boundary around yourself for what you need to have. Create the energy around you that is sanctuary for you. The back of these cards look like this. It's offering something up. But this is taking the time to sit and really love your own energy. Allow the shine to emanate out. Allow the joy to emanate out. When you are in the place that you have managed to be glad, given all the difficulties that you've had to overcome, and you just let it radiate out, it becomes fabulous. And that's when the tree branches out and expands in the way that's super great. That's when that happens. Okay, in the place that you have managed street glass, given all the difficulty. Yeah. Be very, very aware. This is what's going on. Now let's see what's to the side. Now these ones. If you get this deck, it's the She Who, or the L and then QUI, key, I don't know. These are like honoring and goddesses, and these are one that I got from my friend Melanie, who has now crossed over a bit. She says, just pull one and focus on one for like a week and just see how that energy and the energy of that person, that goddess, that feminine power comes through. And it is very, very, it's a great deck. It's a great oracle deck, and it's great to help remind you to walk in your own energy. So this one is Shiala, she who creates. Creativity, originality, and spontaneity. This is huge. And she's done her own look on here. I'm going to show it to the iPad for later if you want to see this. But she's creating her own role. Like different sacred clowns have their own makeup, their own stuff. This is huge. You're walking your own path, and you know what it is. You know how it is you want to present. You know what you want to create. There's a song that has Scars for the Beautiful song, and I'm getting Sorrows for Joy. There is something you are converting, because this is she who creates and she who remains coming up side by side. She who remains, powerful devotion and true worth. This is something that you are grounding, anchoring, honoring, and holding. And this is, and I don't know if I'm saying it right, Manatili. So this is huge. Give me a second. I want to see what's anchoring in. There needs to be pride in what you've come through, and you don't have to have, like the scar that I have that I show, like a little frivolous thing, but it's an example that's coming through. The scars that we have, whatever we've got that's difficulty, they help create who we are. We need to honor them, but not be stuck in them. We need to honor what we've survived, what we've gotten through, what we've healed, but not be stuck in it. Be grounded in our own strength of creating, grounded in our own power to create. Be having this sacred space for self that is allowed to be there and move through. This is huge. It's she who creates and she who remains. Both of them combine on one side that helps bring balance to your growth. Other side. Jenna, she who calms, stillness, purity, and quiet. And look at this. Fierce, fierce beauty coming through on this card. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to hold it here. Then I'll talk to the other side. I need to set up my camera a little bit differently from my iPad. But this is what's come through. Jenna, stillness, purity, quiet. And then Renee, she who hopes, love, hope, and relationships. So there's something about being very still. And this one's even sitting. Renee is still on the bridge, sitting, honoring, evaluating, not wallowing. Look at that posture. She's not pouting. She's not refusing. She's not wallowing. She's honoring something. And this stillness and quiet allows the love and the hope to come through a little bit stronger once again. I want one more from the Cosmic Dancer now to summarize. And this is like to anchor it down. It feels like there's one more in here for you, honey. There it is. Be present. And again, there's that circle. There's that golden energy. There is something that's transmuting for you. When you create and honor where you've been, and you honor your own healing and readiness to move forward and extend yourself in a way that serves you, that honors you in the queenly way, instead of trying to appease everyone, these two at the top. No, you honor the queenliness of your own self. I'm getting chills on that. It's huge for you. Yeah, okay. My God, Lucy's coming through. Hang on. Lucy usually comes through and she's usually wearing like the lavender blue type of periwinkle color. She's coming through and she's putting on this, it's a gold cloak. It's really the time to honor how far you've come, honor your gift and your worth, honor your value. Know that you are so important to the world, even through, notwithstanding what you've been through, even through. There is a mantle of gold, this gold cloak that is being put on, the worth and the treasured energy. There is huge amount. You are so loved and so treasured right now. Don't sell yourself short. You are so, so unbelievably loved and treasured. The cloak that needs to be on there, getting the gold here is what's important. Honor the gold that is deeply within. Excavate the gold, the veins of gold, the veins of gold. Yes, okay. Mo is here also, and Mo is the one that gives me the post-it notes. And as Lucy's saying the veins of gold, and I'm saying that, she's like, post-it and writing and writing. There's a book on that. Look it up. Beautiful, beautiful. It is about walking the artist's way, the vein of gold. It might be helpful. You can find it in the library. Okay, Lucy, what? Know your worth and don't yield it for anyone. Know your worth and don't yield it for anyone. Yeah, okay, got it. She's saying about knowing your value, knowing your worth. Don't wait for the external to validate that at all. Know it and walk in it, regardless of if it's been valued by somebody else. It doesn't matter. That's not what we're here to learn, and certainly not what you need to learn. What you need to learn is that you are treasured, you are precious, and this needs to be honored by you, by your own heart. Very, very dear. Very, very dear. Yeah, you are learning to transmute the wounding into healing for self, and it's huge. And as she's showing me this gesture, it's like if the cloak were around me and this is the hood, she's taking the hood down. Reveal your face. This is you need to be seen. Okay? That's what I got. That's beautiful. Holy cow. I wasn't expecting that, but this is what's coming through in this. And it's like Lucy's like interrupting. Okay, that's what it is. Yeah, that's what I've got. Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous reading. Wow. Yeah, whatever is the gold energy, the gold sunlight energy needs to be there for you. More and more and more. Honoring the self, honoring the self, honoring the self. That's what I've got, and that feels very complete. That is absolutely gorgeous, honey. That's what I got for you. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, let me get some water, and we'll see what's going on. Okay. Okay. If the list is clear, maybe we'll do a collective and then call it. You can get on the paid list. If you do want to get on the paid list, let Kim know. I'm looking at the clock and it's 12:57, so it's been a little bit, but we'll see. So if you want to get on the list, let Kim know right away and we'll get that handled. But we're going to do the collective next. And then if the list is still clear, then we'll call it a day, and then I'll be back on Wednesday at 11 as per usual. I'm going to try and talk Phil into doing a Thursday show this week. We'll see how it goes, okay? Okay. We're going to the Once Upon a Time Tarot for the collective read. Interesting. I don't think we've done this one for the collective, but that's where we're going. That's where we're going today. So the Once Upon a Time Tarot for the collective read. Let's see what's going on with this. What does the collective need to know right now? What do those of us in the room as the collective need to know going forward today? What do we need to know? Wow. Wow. Okay. All right. This is boom. I thought we were just getting like a line of 3. We've got 7 here. Let me flip it down so you can see. This is where we're at. Boom, 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 boom. We need to honor the dream of what was. We need to be very, very aware. Queen of Cups is reminding us to honor about the love lost. There's going to be this energy, cantankerous, toxic energy, old habits, old ways, addictions, vices, all of this energy around us right now. Honor the love lost. Honor the ideal that is the hope and dream that you have. Reflect on something. Don't wallow in it. Don't feel stuck in something. Don't be stuck in fear. This one is the liar, liar, pants on fire, and likes to lead with fear. This one leads with love. Know the difference. Know the difference. There is slow change, slow growth, but it feels like a delay even on the Knight of Coins. So this is the slowest night. And it feels like there's a delay. Some of us are so impatient or so ready for this to be more abundant throughout the world. This energy of love, of realizing the lesson and the loss, and ready for love to flow freely. But we get impatient and we get fearful a little bit. This is coming. There is something coming through. This is the Queen's emissary. This is the one that really is going to where there is value, carrying something important forward for us, knowing the big reward is coming. It's not just about monetary gifts. It is spiritual gifts coming through strongly. We are in a time where not everything is clear. The moon is here strongly. And this is a lot of people. Again, fear was coming up through here and is coming through here. A lot of people having to pass through the gates of fear right now. We are not meant to be here adding to, enhancing, focusing on, and dwelling upon the energy of the fear and the crazy that's going on. We are meant to be here anchored in, knowing peace, knowing truth, knowing who we are, and knowing that things are shifting, that fear has to be faced, but it doesn't take over. Okay? This is huge. I don't know what it's about, but this is huge. We are meant to know this. Others are going to be lost in crazy land in this. It is not the time to let the fear deceive us. It is the time for intuition to be there. As things that are buried below, sometimes people think secrets, lies, mysteries, murkiness below the waters. It's balancing the domestic, the tame, and the wild of the beastly nature of us, facing the gates of fear. Ace of Wands coming through. We saw this earlier. There is something new that is evolving. There is something new coming forward that's inspired and ready to come forward. Sometimes this card I've referenced, and I've heard other readers reference this as God's thumping stick. Now, spiritual beliefs aside, whether you believe in God or not, the funniness of this God's thumping stick, it's like sometimes humanity just needs bonked on the head or stinger pop like, hello, wake up, figure it out. This is the time. This is what's coming up. Things are shifting, changing, astrologically big. Divine change is happening and something new is coming forward. Whether it's that way or not, the divine feminine has to be here first before the divine masculine balances out. That's what needs to be honored in order to bring balance. I don't know how to explain it. You guys will know how you want to interpret that, but that's what's going on. That's what has to happen. There's been a burden that we've been carrying, and we have all been carrying so much for so long. And it's just time to set the damn thing down. Let it go. Whatever it is, you can get what you need later. But when this person arrives at their own driveway and they're not carrying this smartly, it's too overwhelming. Set it down. It's like if you were to gather firewood for the fires for the winter. You don't need it all inside the house. You need it stacked somewhere safe and dry. And you can use what you need as you go forward. This is how we need to use inspiration as we go forward. Not everybody's going to have everything all the time. This is understand what is on offer. Understand the spiritual truth of reflecting like the Queen of Cups. And understand the gift, the reward, the talent that is coming in. And it takes time. Because our time frame is not the divine timing. And someone else's time frame might not even match up with ours. There's a lot of players on Earth School Planet. There's a lot going on. So be patient and allow for divine timing to be what it is. And don't burden yourself. Delegate things. Don't carry extra weight. We're here to anchor in more light. We're here to be grounded and stand for what it is that brings more light to our hearts, to our souls, and healing to our souls individually and by extension to others. But we can't change or shift others. They have to do this themselves. Five of Cups. There's something about a loss, losing, grieving. There's 2 cups remaining. 3 have been spilled. This is referencing some of this and some of this energy. Shit's gone sideways and a little bit squirrely is what I would say. Now you guys can take that how you want to take that. This is not a political channel. This is more just tarot channel. But shit's gone squirrely. But there's 2 cups that still remain right here. This is what we need to do. Honor the loss, honor the grieving, and be ready to move towards and pivot towards What is the Two of Cups? The perfect offering. Anything else? Yes, yes. What else do we need to know? It's like, particularly, I'm in Utah. I'm particularly here. Things have kind of gone off the rails in the last weekend, and that's all I'm going to say on it. However, honoring what our role is. We are in Earth School at this time. We are important to be here, even though it seems like our daily grind is just doing something that's like just mundane. We are anchoring something down. It's important to not diminish the role you play. Do not diminish the role you play. I could like yell this loud, obnoxiously, but let me just show this really close. The Queen of Coins. She's the closest to the Empress in my book. She is the one that knows her worth, knows her value, knows how to create the talents and stack them and create abundance. She turns the tumbleweed into the Christmas tree. She knows what's a shit sandwich and what's actually great and good. She knows when something has been served and it's like not good, chuck it. She knows how to use and be frugal about what she's got. She knows how to do stone soup. She knows all that shit. And she knows how to handle her resources well. Know your value, know your worth, handle your resources well. Anchor down. Don't be letting this kind of devil and fear, blah, 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 take your time, take your energy, take your spiritual strength. No, 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 no. Honor yourself. Know your value. Know your worth. Handle the daily grind in the way that is beautifully you. That's huge. That's what I've got. That feels very, very complete. That's what I've got. Now, how that applies, how people want to take it, you know better than I. And what that means for you, person A might mean something a little different for person B. Maybe for person A, you get in your garden. Maybe for person B, you knit. Maybe for person C, you call your sister and say, hey, what's going on? You guys will know. You'll know what you need to do. All right? Okay, that's complete. All right. Kim, do we have anyone on the list, or are we complete now? So if the list is clear, if the list is clear, still let me know, and I'll probably go grab lunch, and then I'll see you guys on Wednesday is my plan, Wednesday at 11. Okay. Hey there, Red Jessica. Hey, honey. Good to see you. So I think I'm going to go for today. I'll be back Wednesday at 11, and we'll do this again, or do this some more, and we can get in the cards, and that's what we're going to do. And it's going to be a good day. Know that it's going to get better. Know that the wacky in the world that's going on isn't supposed to inhabit our hearts. Our hearts are supposed to send the pulse out, send a better resonance out for the rest of folks. Jessica got married over the weekend. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Congratulations. Congratulations. That is amazing. Fantastic. That's fantastic. What a great reason to celebrate. Congratulations, Jessica. That is one of the funnest adventures ever. Super, super, super adventurous. That's fantastic. Well, I hope you guys have a really happy day. I'm going to let you go for now. Much love to you all. Congratulations, congratulations. You guys go have a really great, great day, and hopefully a great, great week will follow. All right. Talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.